Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Age of Decadence. We are going to the first floor of the pavilion because we've got stuff to do. First, let's take a look at our journal. We've got to talk to Pavola to see if I can need some muscle to handle the boatman, or I can try to talk to the boatman to meet with Hamza, the boatman's second in command. And then I can go to do more explorations. I could do that. Let's go ahead, I think, and we'll deal with this city stuff first. Let's talk to Pavola, see if he can lend us any stuff. Although it's probably going to cost us, but we need some sort of backup. Alright. Off to the fort. Alright. Let's head inside. See if he has anything that we can talk to him about. What do you want now? Asks Pavola with irritation in his voice. We have a problem with the boatman. No, RPG Crawler, you have a problem with the boatman, which means that you're as good as dead, which means that our understanding is null and void. They'll go after you next. I really hope they do. This isn't Terran, RPG Crawler. Can you give me some men? I'm not going to risk my men's lives to save your sorry ass. This isn't about doing me a favor. You still want Galius out? You'll have to deal with the boatman first. I'm giving you an opportunity to do it on your terms, which is always a good strategy. What do you know of strategy, merchant? Enough to know that it's best to strike first and deal with your enemies one at a time. Wait long enough and it will be too late. Alright, I'll give you enough men to deal with the boatman, but you'll owe me. You gained a new insight into the liberal arts and trades. 1 civil skill point gained. Thanks. 1 skill point gained. Just kind of giving them out to me just one at a time, huh? Well, okay. Alright, let's go ahead and deal with the boatman then, I guess. So I've got to talk to Streibos when I'm ready with the cat and mouse. Yeah, I think I'll try that. Alright, I gotta leave. I gotta leave entirely before I can fast travel. They do that because sometimes you get ambushed on the way out. I feel like maybe I should quick save the game and go to the boatman directly. There's Roni. I need a key to open that. I just came to Terran looking for the guildmaster. You stare at an exhausted young man, apparently just having trained out in the courtyard. He's dressed in Ordu armor, despite not being of the Ordu. He looks at you curiously and says, "What do you want?" I just came from Terran looking for the guildmaster. What's your name? RPG Crawler. I'm Ronnie. I heard a lot of news from Terran lately. It seems that like someone is stirring things up over there. Well, welcome to Medora, I guess. If you're looking for Darista, she's inside. What can you tell me about her? What is there to tell? If you're looking for work, there's no better place for it. Thanks. Well, that's... I could talk to Darista. Wait, can I go upstairs? Whoa, that was wild. I guess I can't go upstairs. What happens if I talk to her directly? It's rumored that Darista, the guildmaster of Medoran's assassins, was once beautiful and even shared Gallius's bed once or twice. Nowadays, her beauty is well hidden behind several scars, a broken nose, and a mercenary tattoo on her cheek. Marks of the various campaigns she fought in. Darista isn't the first female guildmaster, but she's the first to make assassinations a preferred choice of solving disputes and conflicts. As a result, business in the Medoran's guild is booming, with the number of satisfied customers growing daily, and I can't talk to her about anything. Alright, that's cool. You know, I never did check out the tavern. There was a tavern here. Let's see if I can't go look at that before I go look into this other stuff. If I remember right, it was was it over here? What is this place? No, that's the healer. Oh, I'm in the wrong freaking area. Let's go to here real quick. Because there is a tavern here, the Grab a Bite Tavern, which I did not enter, and I will enter now just in case I find anything else. Alright, anyone in here that's useful? There's Basil. Who has nothing for me. Alright then. Let's... I guess we'll talk to the Merchants Plaza and deal with that meeting. We'll go ahead and save the game real quick. Alright, let's talk to Streibos. What do you have for me about the assassins? You ready to deal with them? Yes, let's deal with them. I'll make the arrangements. Wait for the boatman at the villa. Leave for the villa. What villa? I don't know which villa. But here we go. Alright. So there's Imperial Guards here. There's a servant here. Are you ready, Mr. RPG? Not yet. Well, who else is here? I think that's all. Yeah, am I ready? Well, I guess I'm going to be as ready as I'm ever going to be. Yes, I'm ready. Alright, Hamza walks through the door, sees the Imperial Guardians and grins. Not finding the situation amusing, his men take positions around him, gripping their weapons. For Terran, says the Centurion calmly, drawing his sword. Hamza nods as if one reason to kill each other was as good as any other, waiting for the guards to get close. Try not to get killed! Alright. Oh, I'm entangled. No! Alright. Tell you what, they're forming up that, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to learn not to enter a place into combat without freaking stuff. Alright. I don't think I needed to equip that. Alright. I need to deal with these people over here. Well. Yeah, this combat system is really neat, and I would urge, if anybody wants to play like a combat version of this game, the combat system is actually really in-depth. And I actually really like it. But, yeah, it takes some getting used to. Okay, did I reload? Okay, I reload. And then I need to fire. Alright, can I aim? I guess I'll move over here. Ah, I can't quite move over there. Alright. I was gonna shoot, but everybody's in the way. Alright, unfortunately, one of these guys is probably going to die soon. Well, their main guy just went down. Alright. Can I fire at him? Can I fire at him now? I can fire at him point blank. And he's dead. Okay. I can't really join in, can I? Reload. And fire. Barely a scratch. Reload. Oh, come on. Take that one down so you can gang up on this one. Okay, when this guy goes down, I'm in trouble. Alright, fire. Reload. Fire. Okay. Reload. I guess I can't. Oh, already, just finish him already, please. Alright. I don't know who's what. Alright. Let me fire. Oh, reload. Fire. Reload. Come on, I don't want to lose two of these guys. One of them was enough. Wait, what? Why are these guys attacking? Why are they attacking each other? Reload. And attack again. And reload again. Nope. No, not enough action points. Oh, that's why he was attacking, because he tried to throw it. You look at the dead man on the floor. Fate gave you another pass, at least for today. The boatman won't be happy and will blame you, but it's going to be tomorrow. Today you're still alive, and that's what counts. Look around. Yes, let's search around. Alright, I'm going to take all of this. Because I can sell some of this. I'll take all of this. And I will take all of this. And what say you that I loot that one Imperial Guard as well? I'll take all of that. Alright. I don't need to talk to any of these people. And I think I am pretty much done with these. So let's leave the villa. Alright. I guess I gotta put away my weapon, maybe. Alright. You know what I'm gonna do? Is I'm gonna put away the weapon. I don't know if it's helpful, but I think that would be useful. And I've got these nice like daggers and such, I think. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to probably equip one of these. Can be placed in a belt slot. So the Kanjar iron. This one can also be placed in a belt slot. I'm going to put that in the belt bag. I will take anything else I can put in a belt slot. Black powder bomb. There we go. And I will... I guess I will equip that. I think that's where you equip it. I'm not sure. As for the cloak, well, I've got an Imperial Guard's cape. I don't think it's going to be helpful wearing that around, to be perfectly honest. Let me sell some of this stuff. Is it helpful if I don't have my weapon out, I guess? Let's go to the Merchant's Plaza real quick. I will sell the Exotic Emporium Trader. What's this? Looking for something special? Curved swords, spiked pauldrons, that sort of thing? Look no further. You're standing what will one day be known as Exotic Emporium. Alright, do you have anything special? Every item you see here is special, chosen with care and deliberation, etc. You pull out a richly decorated axe. Let me try the axe. I'm not even gonna use that. I'm done. What else do you have? I will browse the wares because that is a weapon that I really do not think I can take. So here's what I got. I got a Hasta, which is a spear. I am not going to use that, so I will use that. Cavalry shield. I don't think I'm going to use that. Although I don't know about that. The plumbata are throwing weapons, which I'm going to sell all of them. Silk Ordu armor and leather armor. This one has hardness 5. This one has DR 1, hardness 10. So I'm going to sell this one. I'm going to keep the leather armor just in case. I will probably wear the Traveler's Cape in a little bit. Reinforced leather armor. I think I'm actually going to I'm going to wear this instead of this, because this one's DR10, DR1/10. This one's DR420, so I'm actually going to keep that. I will sell the Kopesh, because I do not need it. I will sell these throwing weapons, all of them. And I've got Bronze Lorica Segmentata. I've got 2 of them. I will sell one of them, so I will sell these. And I will sell the Legionnaire's helmet. Alright. Anything else I want to sell? I kind of feel like I should sell this, too. Yeah. And that actually is nice. So I will trade this. Except What else do they have? Anything that I need? These are all like exotic armors. No, I'm good there. I'm good there. Let's trade that. Alright. Am I done? Yeah, I think I'm done. Alright. So let's go in here. Let's head upstairs. I feel like I could have talked that dude into some things, but oh well. Alright, let's talk to him. Save the game, talk to Streibos. You're alive. What of Hamza? He's been dealt with? You've done well, RPG Crawler. Go rest. We'll have a big day tomorrow. So I've gained 18 more skill points, and you don't seem to be worried. Of course I'm worried. 100 things can go wrong, and some of them will, but at least we can handle them, as long as we can handle them. Alright. I'm still surprised it's so easy to kill a man like Caius. Because you're looking at it the wrong way. You see a mighty lord surrounded by guards and loyal servants. I see a man surrounded by countless people who can be turned against him at any moment. Frankly, I don't know how he manages to sleep. A lord's court is filled with people who have certain expectations. One wants to be elevated, the other wants power or money or someone's estate. You can't please everyone at best. You can make strong allies and weak enemies, but that's not how it works most of the time. You elevate one man, you spurn a dozen. No lord is safe then? No man is safe, especially these days. A lord, of course, has more options than most, but exercising them takes guts. Caius should have killed Serranus, Lorenza, and everyone else who sided against him. Of course, there are those what they call unpopular measures, but being popular is of little comfort once you're dead. How did you become the guildmaster? You don't seem like most merchants I've seen. That's because I'm not. I got tired of watching these clowns running around like chickens with their heads cut off and decided to step in. The rest was history. What happened exactly? I used to work for a small trading guild. They were negotiating some kind of deal and something went wrong. Instead of being a signed contract, we got the guildmaster's head delivered to us in a box. The look on the bastard's face, I bet he never even saw it coming. Anyway, our entire operation was instantly paralyzed. Everyone panicked. They all pictured their heads in that box, so they did nothing. To be honest, all I cared about at that point was my pay. So I went to talk to them about it, told them to do fucking something, to fucking do something, and they ended up offering me the job. Like, you do something if you're so clever. I did. I paid the boatmen a fortune, almost all the money the guild had, and called a meeting with the competition. They showed up, thinking that we were ready to sign over the business, and that's when the boatmen got them. What happened then? Well, that's the funny part. The fucker who told me to do something about it came to me, expecting me to hand him the job, since he was a learned bean counter, and I was nothing but a working stiff. I had his head delivered in a box to the guild, seeing as it made such a strong effect the first time around. No one's bothered me ever since. Streibos goes on and on, talking about the early days of his reign, which gives you a good insight into the art of aggressive negotiations. Why are you doing it? Why should I be denied what I've earned because of my so-called low birth? All men are born the same way, last time I checked, and Caius' blood is no bluer than mine. I too believe that all men are born equal. Equal? They were born anything but. Most are born to serve one way or another. Few are born to rule, born with strength needed to achieve greatness, and the blood has nothing to do with it. So basically, you want to create a new kind of aristocracy? Basically. Does this conversation have a point? I'll rest until morning. It was flawless, smiles Streibos, beaming with joy and enthusiasm. Lord Caius died in his sleep. It's a royal, no-expense-spared treatment. He could have died convulsing on the floor, choking on his own tongue, but it would have been disrespectful to the lords of the city. Before the city could be woken up, Serranus was crowned and proclaimed to be the true heir and the next lord of the House Aurelian. Pavola vowed to keep the city safe, which sent the right message to anyone who had different ideas. So what do we do now? Have a chat with Serranus. I didn't spend a fortune on having his uncle killed only to have someone else whisper in his ear. Explain to him how this whole thing works, will you? I'll try. Okay, before I go, let's take a look at what I got. I got like a lot of skill points, actually. Now, I can bump persuasion up. That still puts me at adept. And I can bump trading up. And I can bump etiquette up. I think I'm going to bump etiquette up. I can bump that up twice. But I've only used it like once. But if I'm going to be... I guess that's one way to do it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Alright. I'm still on social skills. Just want to top my way through everything. So I should speak with... well, how goes it, RPG Crawler? Medora is very different from Terran. How do you deal with so many nobles? We have a complicated relationship with the Palace District. They think we're beneath them, but they need our money. They despise us, we despise them, but we smile at each other and maintain our pretenses. Give them respect they think they deserve, and you'll get along fine. Let me give you a few pointers. And he gives me skills on persuasion and etiquette. What can you tell me about Streibos? He's a good boss, exactly what this guild needs. He doesn't know much about the ins and outs of commerce, but as a guild master, he doesn't need to. His job is to keep the guild strong and to make sure everyone keeps doing what they're supposed to do, and he does it better than anyone else, so I complain. What does he have against Caius? Against Caius personally? Nothing. It's all about the guild. We have the money, yet we're denied the power. Linos may be content doing things the old way, lending vast sums of money in exchange for some favors, but Streibos is tired of playing his game, and rightly so. He only wants what's fair, but Caius doesn't see it that way, didn't see it that way. For him, we're all plebs. There's no difference between us and the servants who clean his palace. He'd take our money, but he'd never show us some respect. So I'm with Streibos here. Where the others guilds stand on this? Durista will stand with Caius until the end. She is loyal, and unlike the rest of the boatmen, she is a realist. She knows that bending a knee to a powerful master is better than staying independent and poor. Not everyone agrees with her, but it hardly matters these days. Pavola is a fool. I've heard that he was a good sailor back in the day, but that doesn't say much, does it? He's like an old guard dog. If the master gives the order, it will fight to the death without any regard for its life, but most days it just wants to lie in the sun and do nothing. Liver rules the slums and shows little interest in everything else. Sure, his men work the other districts, but they have it smart. They do it smart, never take more than what they can get away with. We don't really have a problem with them. Nothing that a sit-down can't sort out. Alright, well, I guess I got another 20 points to distribute. Which I kind of want to continue to boost these, but at some point I may want to boost some other stuff, but so far so good. I mean, impersonate might be useful, but no, I'm adept at these. All right. Well, let's go to the palace, I guess. You see an agitated man yelling something about justice. All right, I'm going to save the game. Let's talk to Caius Amerius. I demand the Lord's justice. Shouts the man again, but with less vigor. What happened? I was wrong, says the man quickly, grateful for the attention. He took my house. His men threw me out of my own house. I always paid my levies. Always. No questions, no excuses. I have a right to demand justice, yet they won't even let me in to see Lord Galerius. Caius. I think Caius is no longer there. Slow down. Who threw you out of your house and why? Start from the beginning. My name is Caius Amerius, a prospector by trade. I've seen my share of oddities and wonders over the years, but they don't come close to what I discovered several months ago. I was exploring the mountain range to the north, following the rumors of an ancient temple built into one of the mountains, when suddenly the mountains rumbled and shook, throwing me to the ground. When the quake passed, I saw that there was a long crack in the rock, shining with blue light. The crack was no more than a few inches wide, so I could only peer inside, but what I saw there made me weak in the knees. A terrifying figure, horned and huge, sat upon a throne, gazing at me with indifference. In front of the throne stood the biggest metal chest I've ever seen, flanked by glowing lamps. It took me a while to realize that the mysterious figure was a long-dead guardian of this tomb, still clad in the battle armor of legends. The armor alone, so well preserved, would fetch a fortune, for it is a gift fit for any lord. And for the chest he was guarding, the mere thought of what might be inside made me dizzy. So there I was, a few steps away from the biggest find of my life, yet unable to reach it. I would never have been able to go through that rock on my own, and so I returned to Medora and carefully approached a number of men who could fund such projects. All but one had turned me down. What happened next? Against my better judgment, I made a deal with Marcus Vala, a man of means and reputation. He invested 12,000 imperials in exchange for an equal share of the proceeds, and I purchased slaves, tools, and supplies. Knowing that large expeditions often attract unwanted attention, I hired fighting men to accompany us on the journey. I fully admit that my experience in such matters is limited, but I didn't want to bring in another partner to handle it. Even the greatest treasure can be reduced to a handful of coins if you have to split it too many ways. I sense a tragic twist coming up. Quite so. The slaves worked day and night, for we were in a hurry, and soon cut a way in. We took the battle armor out of the chamber first. The magic animating it was long gone, but it was still quite a marvel. The chest was a marvel too in its own right. There was no lock. The lid was sealed, fused closed. Our tools couldn't open it, so we had to use the black powder. Twice we had tried, and twice we had failed, but the third blast tore the chest apart, killing several slaves who could still fetch a good price on the market. What was in the chest? Nothing, laughs the man, sounding half-mad. Nothing but scrolls that were incinerated the moment we blasted the damn chest open. No sooner had I thought I still had the armor than the accursed mercenaries, those dogs without any honor, turned on me. They took the armor and the slaves and left me there, right where I started, alone with my broken dreams. You should have seen it coming. You hired fighting men that you have no leverage over and hope that they will be kind enough to let you keep the spoils. You're lucky that they didn't kill you. Sadly, my misfortunes are far from over. When I returned home, Marcus Vala, this fiend in human form, demanded his money back. Obviously, I couldn't pay him, so this morning his men came and threw me out of my own house. He told me that until I pay him what I borrowed, the house is his. The audacity. You and your men have recklessly destroyed priceless documents left for future generations and squabbled over the armor of a man left to guard them. You deserved what you got. So where's the armor now? Weren't you listening? It's gone. The mercenaries took it. What makes this armor so special? It's the fabled armor of legend. I've seen plenty of drawings, but this was the first time I've actually had one before my eyes. It was heavy. It took several men to carry it. I can't fathom the strength of someone who would be able to wear it to battle. Maybe the stories are right. Maybe it was the age of great heroes and we were nothing but children to them. Why did they leave someone to guard the chest? How should I know? Maybe he didn't expect to wait that long, or maybe he was guarding the chest until it was ready to be taken elsewhere. Who knows? Well, better luck next time. Better luck? But I thought you were going to help me. What would you have me do? I was thrown out of my house. What do you think I want you to do? Alright. Take me to this Marcus Vala. I'm busy. I have places to go and do and people to see. If you want me to drop everything to help you, make it worth my time. Pay you with what? I don't have any money. You're a prospector. Surely you have a trinket or two stashed away. Fine, snaps the man. I'll pay you with trinkets. Just get me my house back. Alright, take me to this Marcus Vala. Alright, let's see what he has to do, and please don't turn into a combat situation. Amarius takes you to an unremarkable house in Trade District. Are you going to kill him? He asks cautiously. We'll see. Alright, let me save the game real quick. You're standing outside Amarius' house. If you're wondering why, you aren't wondering why, you should. Knock on the door. A rough-looking man opens the door and gives you a hard stare. He looks like a typical mercenary, scarred and broad-shouldered. If you have to guess, his job is to look menacing and scare visitors away. What do you want? I want to talk to Marcus Vala. The mercenary eyes you for half a minute, hoping that you drop dead or run away screaming, then reluctantly offers you to come inside. What can I do for you? Inquires a stern-looking man. I had a conversation with Caius Samarius. He claims his house belonged to him. Belonged, corrected the man, smiling amicably. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Marcus Vala of the Vala family. My family is... Well, you're not here to talk about my family, are you? A few months ago, Master Amarius approached me, claiming to have found rich deposits of silver ore. Close to the surface and easy to extract. He needed money, you see, to buy slaves and equipment. Since his reputation was good, I gladly lent him 12,000 imperials. In good faith, mind you, against my share of the proceeds. Yet, as you already know, this venture was less than successful. Silver ore, you said? That's what good Master Amarius told me at first. Later, he confessed that he wasn't entirely honest with me, but it was too late. Had I known what's at stake, I would have handled everything myself. Ironically, that was Master Amarius' main concern at the time, and that's precisely why he lost everything in the end. I tried to reason with him and arrange for a way for him to repay his debt, but he formed an opinion that he didn't owe me anything anymore, and that we were equal partners, equal shares, equal risks, he so eloquently put it. He feels that we've invested equally. I invested my money, whereas he invested his expertise and life, which certainly was at risk during the ordeal. Yet in the end, neither his life nor his expertise were lost, only my money, and it was well within my rights to demand and insist on a repayment. You took his house? What was I supposed to take? His wife? She does have a certain charm, but I assure you she's hardly worth 12,000 imperials. No woman is. Alright, I don't care about Amarius, but I am interested in that armor. Except I'm not really interested in the armor. Maybe? I'm kind of stuck. Let's be reasonable here. I don't care about Amarius, but I am interested in that armor. The armor was taken. The question is where. The relic isn't something you can sell to the first trader. It's worth quite a bit of money. Since the mercenaries can't sell it in Medora, and there's only one city where they can get even half of its true worth, Genezar, so how do I find them? I can certainly help you there, provided we reach an agreement and consider all matters related to Master Amarius settled. What do you propose? The mercenaries will need a buyer. One of my men who dabbles in such things will make them an offer they won't refuse. When they bring the armor, you'll handle them. Then we either sell the armor and split the money 50-50, or you'll buy me out and keep the armor. Do we have a deal? Sure, we have a deal. As for Esdras, I'll send him a word that you're coming. He'll take care of everything. Alright, so let's leave. Alright. And of course he's gonna talk to me. Any news? I'm working with Marcus now, so you can... I'm working on it. I'm working on it, sure. Alright. Well then, that's interesting. Where am I? Oh, this is still the Traders District, isn't it? Yeah. Not a problem. Let's go to the palace then. Alright. So... I guess I've got to try and see... I've got to try and see the way in. Let's talk to the Centurion. Alright, go in, you're on the list. Alright, thank you. Go inside the palace. I am indeed on the list. Alright. Is there anybody to talk to down here? Looks like the second floor is barred. Once I get into here, there are people standing around in the court. And there is Serranus. If Lord Serranus the Victorious, the only son of Lord Gaius' sister, had any good qualities, he hid them well. Spoiled by his mother, despised by his uncle, manipulated by his uncle's enemies, and loved by whores, who gave him the title, Serranus never had a chance to become the man his friends convinced him he was. He lacked ambition and willpower, which made him useless to Gaius, but very useful to everyone who would have preferred to see a puppet on the Aurelian throne. You may approach, says Serranus with pompously, beckoning with a well-rehearsed gesture. I bring greetings from my master, my lord. Ah, yes, we were thankful for his support. Assure him that Serranus stumbles looking for words, that his support won't be forgotten. Master Streibos will be glad to hear that, but I think he's expecting to make good on your promises, my lord. Ah, says Serranus, looking uncomfortable. Promises, you know, it's very presumptuous of him. I'm the lord of House Aurelian now. Your master did me a service, as was his duty, but demanding a payment? It's outrageous. I'll hear no more of this. I beg forgiveness, my lord. My master is nothing but the humblest of your servants. Ah, which one's better, persuasion? My lord, Master Streibos is a proven and capable administrator. Unless you're planning to do everything yourself and work long hours, why not entrust day-to-day tasks to his care? Serranus sighs. What does he want again? To run the city. Run the city? Everyone wants to run the city. That's all I hear from Lorenza and Senna. They disagree on everything and are constantly at ends with each other. It drives me mad. How am I supposed to make any decisions in this sort of atmosphere? Persuasion and etiquette. My lord, you wouldn't have had this problem had you honored your promise to my master. It appears that keeping your word will fix all these problems and restore your inner peace. If only it was that simple. For all his money, Streibos is a pleb. He'll never be accepted. And that's precisely what makes him a perfect candidate. Running a city is a job, you know, the noble-born better than I do. Where did you find one that's willing to work day and night, going over the balance sheets? I got persuasion and streetwise. Quite the dilemma. You have two loyal supporters that want the same position. You can't give the job to one without angering the other. It seems the only way to solve this riddle is to give the position to someone else. Ah, you make good points, says Serranus, trying to sound wise and noble. Very well. Please inform Master Streibos that he's the city's new magistratus. And I just screwed over those who agreed to support me. That's okay, though. Because it's back to Streibos. And, let's go there, then. Back and forth, just talking to everybody. That's what them persuasion skills get you. Alright, let's talk to Streibos. Where's Streibos? Here we are. What do you have for me, RPG Crawler? I've talked to Serranus. Congratulations, you're the new magistratus. While Lorenzo and Senna were fighting and putting more pressure on Serranus than he could handle, I convinced them to give the position to you. Unless a magistratus? Well done, now the city will finally prosper. We'll show them how it's done, won't we? Now, I wish I could say rest for a few days, but there'll be plenty of time to rest when you're dead. Until then, be grateful that your services are needed. I want you to go to Ganazar. I got a disturbing report from Athanasius. I don't even know what to think. If his assessment is correct, this new development is a threat to our operations and must be dealt with promptly. If Athanasius lost his fucking mind, I need to have someone already proven in place. Any questions? Got 500 more Imperials, got a new insight, got 5 more points into Civil and 24 General. What does the report say? You heard about Meru losing his mind, talking about gods and all that nonsense? Well, Athanasius thinks Meru's fantasies are becoming a bigger threat than Gaius could ever hope to be. Apparently he's building a cult, and Athanasius feels it must be nipped in the bud before it's too late. And what do you think? I think that Athanasius wants to stir up some shit so as not to be left out. Linus took out Carinus. I toppled Gaius himself. I bet Athanasius wants to show that he's capable of daring deeds too. Not that he would mind ruling Ganazar given half a chance. What can you tell me about Athanasius? He is a snake, so watch him with both eyes. Linus is a simpleton compared to him. Athanasius does nothing unless it benefits him somehow, and that includes sending the report. I have no idea what he expected me to do, but my choices are to ignore it or to send someone. Sending someone might be exactly what he wants me to do, but doing nothing won't do at all. So watch him and think twice before you do something. You hear me? If he's such a problem, why not just kill him? And who'll do the work? Asked Streibos derivatively. I can always rely on Athanasius to get tasks done, which is more than I can say about most people in my employ. He's very good, and that's exactly why he can't be trusted. A capable man will never stop eyeing the seat of his superior. Trust me on that. The problem is you need capable men on key positions or you won't get far yourself. Of course, it's good to shake things up every now and then and show that nobody's untouchable, no matter how valuable, but now is not the time to do that. Alright, and we've got more skill points. That's a lot. Now, I could go for persuasion. I could boost my persuasion up again to 8. I think, or I could do trading to adept. I think I'm going to do trading to adept this time. And as for my 19 generals, I could continue, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to get something up here. Let's boost my dagger. Or actually, what's dagger do? Maybe I should boost my dagger a little bit. Yeah. Well, what do I have in terms of inventory? I've got... yeah, I think dagger might be my best. Crossbow and dagger for fighting. Okay. And that's probably my best bet for that. Because I've heard that there are some combats that are completely non-negotiable, so I'm basically preparing for those a little bit. Well, let's see my thing here, and I should have taken some lore, too. I can explore the site of the Arch, I can explore Zemedi, and I can talk to Esdras in Ganazar. A lot of them are pointing me to Ganazar. I haven't been to the Abyss yet. Maybe I should poke around near the Abyss. So I guess what gets me there is the slums. And I will save the game and I will head to the... Whoops. I will head to the Abyss, which is down... this way, I thought? Yeah, there. So to get there, I've got to pass these people. And to get there... No, maybe I don't. Maybe I can go through here. Can I go there? Let's see where pathfinding takes me. I don't really want to talk to anybody back here. See a tall, dirty-looking man standing near a well, trying to strike up a conversation with the passerby? I don't know about that. I really don't know about this. Oh, there is a back way through here. You see a large group of armed men up ahead. Their attention is focused on the roasting meat, but their demeanor suggests they are more than culinary enthusiasts. Approach. As you come closer, a man steps out to greet you. Welcome to my humble abode, says the man with a smile. I am Merab, called the Blade Master, and these fierce warriors are Merab's blades. You want to see the Abyss? Yes, it's a place of wonder and beauty. You'll love it, I can already tell. Pay the fee and you'll be on your way. How much? A man of business who knows that everything has a value, eh? I like that. I'll give you a special price just for you. 200 Imperials to see the wonder of wonders. Considering what you're getting, it's practically free. You know why? Because Merab is not a greedy man. Live and let live, I say. Oh, should I just pay him? No pain, no gain, right? Bless your heart, friend. Your kindness to those less fortunate won't be forgotten. And they let me buy, basically. Alright, let's go to the Abyss. This gate leads to the Abyss. Go to the Abyss. Is it going to kill me immediately? You have arrived at the giant crater known as the Abyss. At least 2 miles across, it is flanked by the ruins of the ancient city, the walls standing like crumbling sentinels over the pit. A restless grey fog cloaks the bottom of the defile, effectively concealing the horrors which undoubtedly lie within. You aren't alone. As you approach, you see the usual crowd gathered. Places of destruction and mystery always attract tourists, and with them the soothsayers and hawkers who make a living selling whatever they desire, from old-world trinkets, got up like artifacts, to curses purporting to channel the dark energies of the Abyss, to that ever-popular standby, kebabs. The raucous cries you associate with bartering are, however, usually subdued and flat, like those of a group of children playing at the edge of a graveyard, each attempting to convince his neighbor, and more so himself, of his bravery. Alright, so this is the Abyss, and that goes... Wow, okay. That leads inside the abyss. I don't need to go there. There's an old man there. Let me talk to the old man. Alright. "Own a piece of history," shouts the old man, perched on the stair of some forgotten temple. With agility surprising for his age, he jumps up to start shoving different bits and pieces of stone in your face, gesturing expansively while describing their amazing curative and protective qualities. "What is this junk?" The old man sighs and gives you a long, evaluating look. Being an optimist, he decides you're good for at least 20 Imperials. He picks up a small polished stone with a hole in its center, says firmly, 20 coins. You're going to tell me what it is? "It's a stone from one of the buildings. I picked it myself because I know exactly what to look for. The magic is still there, don't worry. So you've personally ventured into the abyss." "I have. All my charms, artifacts, and souvenirs are 100% authentic. I've been making the journey into the abyss since I was old enough to walk. Not without certain precautions, mind you. But a man as clever as I can make the trip mostly without risk. Mostly. What's it like?" "What's it like?" repeats the old man. "It's not for the faint-hearted or the ill-prepared. From up above, the mist looks harmless, almost peaceful, but once you're inside, you'll see that there's something awful about it. You get the idea that whenever you ain't looking, it's watching you, following you, waiting for you to make a wrong step. I found bodies in the rubble that were torn apart like they were made out of paper. Like I said, magic is still there, and in these stones." "And what is at the bottom?" "At the very bottom? Nothing, I suppose. Nothing but the dust of whatever was meant to be smashed when this hole was made. Nobody's been all the way to the bottom. It would be suicide. Well, maybe an Aryan made it out of there. They tell all kinds of tales about him, but no other man has. The farthest you can go is about 300 meters, but that's far enough, you ask me. Who is this, an Aryan?" "That's the one I was looking for. An Aryan was one of the best. It's not enough to be brave or tough or go down into the abyss and come out again. You gotta be lucky, because one wrong step is all it takes to get yourself mangled or dead or worse. The farther you go, the higher the odds stack up against you, so wise folk will quit while they're ahead, grab what they see, and get back as fast as they can. Well, I don't reckon an Aryan was all that wise, but he was lucky. He went deeper than anyone else and always came back, and brought things with him nobody saw before. Not rocks and pebbles, but the real deal, old world things. What happened to him? Ended up dead. He knew how to read the abyss, but not the second most dangerous thing around here, people. There were rumors that he had a map that plotted out a safe route all the way down. We found him dead one day, but no trace of the map. Whatever his secret was, an Aryan took it to his grave. Did he ever speak about what he saw down there?" Everyone asked him, but he would just smile and say things like you wouldn't believe. I don't know if he actually meant that or just wanted to put people off. What actually happened here? "During the war, you mean? What do you think? The bastards hit us hard, but we got him back. It ain't pretty, but it does have its charm. That hole is like a monument to our resilience, like us saying, we've endured this crazy shit and we're still here. What's the worst that you can do? Because if it ain't, you better think twice before trying again." Alright, so I think I'm going to leave the old man alone for now. And I need to start looking for an Aryan. There's my lead, at least. I don't think there's much out here else that I can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and call it here. This has been the RPG Crawler with the Age of Decadence. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment if you've got any feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content, both tabletop and computer. Until next time, take care and goodbye.